Thank you, Abraham. I think everyone that has come to this place in this time with this teaching should be amazed. It's so clear. It is the clearest, most wonderful teaching that there is. We've all come a long ways.
So is it the teaching that's amazing, or is it your resonating with it that's amazing?
I am amazed that I am on the same vibrational island with all of these people and you. It's amazing. I have a question, and it's a good one.
Then the answer will be too.
I've heard throughout the 9 years that I've listened to your teachings and been on the cruises and the tapes that everything is vibration, and I get it. I really do. That I'm on a vibrational island. However, there are times when I say, how did I vibrate this into my experience? When I long for the days of, there are accidents. There is such a thing as a coincidence. I long for the simpler days.
You long for that because?
Because when I feel like something that was not wanted was a deliberate creation or a default creation of myself.
Well, we heard that coming. We heard that coming before you even got here today, and we thought we soothed that before you got in the chair. When we said, we're calling you,
Yeah.
and do you think that your negative emotion is a step in the right direction or a step in the wrong direction? You must think it's a step in the wrong direction.
I want to accept the broader perspective that I see that there is such a thing as random, and I understand that.
So what do you think would give anyone the sense of things being random and not in your control? Knowing what you know about vibration and about law of attraction, about universal response. Well, we have an even better question for you. Why would you long for the simpler days of believing in random?
It feels kinder to me if something happens purely as if it were an accident, that it was an accident, that there is such a thing as random. To philosophically negate anything being random seems not allowing a broader perspective, because mathematically random exists, and random is a big thing. So, I mean, I realize what Abraham says about random.
Random does not exist.
Okay.
Random does not exist because law of attraction is the binder of all things. In other words, there is nothing that happens outside law of attraction, and there's nothing that law of attraction does not respond to, because there is nothing that doesn't vibrate. Now, what there is vibration that is not understood when it is offered. When you say, I'm longing for the simpler days of believing in the random, what's really at the heart of that, because we don't think you want there to be random, and we don't think you want to give up the idea of deliberate creation, but we do think that you don't like the pain of seeing someone living something that you know they don't want to live.
Right.
And so what we hear you saying is, it's easier for me to soothe myself by saying, oh, they didn't mean to do it, or it didn't have anything to do with them, it was random. And we want you to try to approach that from your knowledgeable position and see if you can't find almost as much soothing, we would find even more, by saying, I have no way of accurately evaluating the vibrational points of relativity in anyone else's experience. Therefore, I cannot tell how it is that they have created it. They might have created it because of a previous intention. They might have come forth wanting a different set of circumstances in order to bring something else out into the light that they felt was beneficial. Or they might have offered a vibration that they learned from somebody else, and they didn't know they'd learned it because they were trained outside of themselves. They might have done it and moved into my life so that I could watch it and wish for random, so that I could then come to the awareness that there is a way of creating one's own reality, so that I could get a stronger fervor for wanting to teach it. In other words, it could be any number of dozens and dozens of things. But what we want to say to you is, you've got to find a way to soothe yourself about it. And so you say, well, it was easier for me to soothe myself when I just said it's random. It was easier to just say whatever will be, will be. And we said, and a whole lot of people thought it was easier to blame it on God. And a lot of people thought it was easier to blame it on your unworthiness. Jerry remembers clearly sitting in church one day as a youngster and hearing the minister responding about an airplane crash where many people had died, including babies. And the minister said they were sinners, and that's why they had died, which was just a joyful, easy exodus from the church for Jerry. In other words, it was utterly illogical. He knew that had to be wrong. He knew that must be wrong, you see.
Oh, yeah.
But people are looking for all kinds of ways to soothe themselves, and we don't find fault with any of that.
Right.
Just do not deny yourself the knowledge of the laws of the universe. They are serving you so well.
They are.
We know you want an answer from us, and the answer that we want to give you is it's not any of your business.
Okay.
The answer that we want to give you is you do not need to know about the vibrational points of relativity. Source is saying, we'll show you the answer. We'll show you the vibrational response to your vibration.
Okay.
Now, we were blunt and even rude, and we don't want to be. We are going to answer your question since you so easily took the "it's none of your business" remark, because don't feel bad. That was our answer to the first 10,000 questions that Jerry asked.
Well, I amaze myself again.
What about this injustice? What about this injustice? What about this injustice? He would say again and again. And again we would say, it's not your work.
Yeah.
It's not your work. It's not your work. It's not your work. Until finally he said, Abraham, what is my work? And we said, your work is to let life help you to identify what you would prefer, and then your work is to come into vibrational alignment with it. So we know you see someone living what you assume they don't want to live, and that's why you want the answer to this question. You want us to say to you, this being came forth from non-physical, intending to have this experience, because that is easier for you to hear than this child came forth, was disconnected from her own sense of guidance, listened to everyone outside of her who warned her about traffic, who warned her about this, who warned her about danger, who activated within her vibration the very thing that they did not want her to experience until she experienced it.
So if I feel a soothing, something that makes me feel easier about something that is happening, and it soothes me to say, well, that's just an accident. It's just something random that happens. And that I get something that eases a grip that it was created by me. Then what would be wrong with that?
Nothing.
Okay. But then it would not be true.
Well, here's the thing. Everyone creates their own truth. Everyone creates their truth. So if you start beating the drum of random things happening, then you will begin to experience more random things. In other words, the more you believe in random things, and the more you prefer that belief in random things than in your deliberate control of things, then the more the universe will support your belief in random things, and the more you will begin to believe in random things. We are not trying to guide you in your creation. We just really want you to understand that whatever you give your attention to causes an activation of a vibration that will cause manifestation.
Okay,
There really are no random things. There are manifestational results to practiced vibration, period.
Okay.
We'll acknowledge that people offer vibration all over the place with no sense of doing it, so they don't understand the correlation between what they're offering and what they're getting.
Okay.
So we get why random is in the dictionary. The definition for random should be, I don't know why it happened.
Okay.
I can, with my basis of understanding, find no logical reason for this happening the way it did. And we always find logical reason for everything that happens because we read vibration.
Okay, and vibration is everything. And because even random vibrates at a regular frequency, then it isn't really random. Vibration is anything that's regular. It happens at a regular rate. And
Well,
everything is vibration, so
again,
random does not cover that.
Again, if when you look up the word random in the place where it is defined, we would encourage you to, at least in your dictionary, write right behind whatever is written there, as far as the information that I have been able to gather goes.
Okay.
Because certainly when you're looking at life through a set of beliefs, there are things that happen outside of your set of beliefs. And you got to want to call it random because it doesn't fit into your set of beliefs.
Right.
But our set of beliefs includes all possibilities.
And
Therefore,
thus random is not there.
Therefore, random
Yeah.
does not exist, because
understand.
random implies that something other than what I, the creator, have set into motion could happen, and it can't be.
I can understand that.
Very good.
That makes sense. Thank
Well,
you.
you're right. We did like that question.
Yeah.
And it was a good one.
I'm good. I'm amazing.